I normally do open up the class and let it rock. Um, it's going to be a quiet class. I'm used to having 40, 50 people on this class. Having a couple of people on this class is actually going to make it go quick. Questions. Everything that's here, guys. I'm going to tell you something. I don't do CFPB and I don't do FTC in this. I will teach you how to utilize the software to the best of its ability. I will tell you what needs to be done, how it needs to be done. I'm literally going to wait for 15 seconds. I'm going to show you the way to generate your first attack in less than 15 seconds. 18 seconds actually. And once that's done, I will show you then I'll show you how to set up the perfect profile and go through everything. Let's get rocking. Game on. Ladies and gentlemen, get a stopwatch out. Get a calculator out. Get something out that shows you how quick you can get into the software. I need that one. I don't need that one. Okay, so watch this. Ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Bum, 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 bum. Let me do this. Okay, boom. All right, manage broadcast. Perfect. All right. So here's the cool thing. This is the M2 software, right? I'm gonna put a stopwatch on right now. Ready? Count me go. 1, 2, 3, go. If I click send rounds of attack, I go to the attack area. I set up my client. I literally click maximum effectiveness focus. If you don't want to print the letters yourself, you can print it through me. I put my thing in. I click that. I put TPMPA. I click generate letters. I just created the most effective attack, the maximum effective attack. That's it. 15 seconds. So for everybody in here, that is the thing. That's how easy it is. So if you're new, that's great. I'm glad that you're new. You saw the easiest attack that could possibly be done. Not to say, everybody, that there's not other ways to attack, but that is the easiest way to attack. If you don't want to learn how to read the credit report, you don't want to do nothing, you don't want to even print out the letters yourself, you can get that done in a matter of 30 seconds. Okay? Cool beans? Shit, good.
Yes.
QK. Can you give me your name, sweetie? QK.
Keisha.
Keisha. Beautiful. Keisha, was that easy? Is that what they showed you?
Yes, that is exactly what they showed me.
You ready?
Yeah.
That's the sales pitch. I'm going to show you how to actually use the software. That's the sales pitch. Now, the maximum effectiveness focus is going to generate the most amount of letters, guys. We don't want to focus on the most amount of letters. We want to focus on the most aggressive letters. So let's get into it. First and foremost, when you get into the software, whether you're in Phenom, GOAT, or FICO Fixers, it doesn't matter which three that you're in. All that it matters is that the one that you are in, excuse me, the one that you are in, that you know that this is your name, this is your username. Okay. And then your general attacks is like a token. I want everybody to understand the token is your currency to pay the AI to generate the letter. Okay. So how do we pay the AI to generate the letter? We pay the AI with these 931 tokens. And what does one token do? One token for 1 month will generate an unlimited amount of letters, and an unlimited amount of pages for an unlimited amount of negative items. Restate that. The software, I'm going to break it down with numbers now, right? The software could generate on 100 negative items, 300 letters, and 3,000 pages. Does that make sense to everybody? Landon, I know you've been here before, but you've been utilizing the software for a while. Keish, you got that?
Yeah.
Makes sense? Doesn't make sense? Talk to me.
I get it.
Get it? Perfect. So this software, every single time that you generate a round, whether you generate it correctly or incorrectly, will utilize that token. How do you buy tokens? I'll get through it in the pricing section, but I want everybody to understand that that token or that general attack or gas, it's got a couple of different names, GAs, gas, however you want to call it. That's the currency that fuels the system. Now, yours truly recorded this video over here on your thing, Landon. This was the video that you're looking for. It's actually right here on the top. I'll teach you how to pull the credit report over there. Amber, this was also the video that you were looking for. Ladies and gentlemen, come to this class. Always, always come to this class. The get started section is older videos. So it's not going to give you anything new that's broken down in the software. Everything that we're doing inside of the software is here. So look who decided to show up. Well, it's been a while since I've seen your mug. Look where you been at, girl. The videos in here, they're good, but come to class. It doesn't matter if mine class or Mr. Boris class. Come to class. We host class 5 times a week. Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. You're in the 8 p.m. class. Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. And then Saturdays at 11 a.m. Okay. There is no training on holidays. And there's if you need to join any of the live trainings, just click this. You want to join the free community? There are 2 free communities. There is the Facebook community where people still are joining, and there is the school community. To get into the school community right now, ladies and gentlemen, all you got to do is Ray, drop a link in the chat for the people in the school community, for the school community.
I got it.
Perfect. Thank you, buddy. And this is the M2 school community. All right. So once that's done, you get to rock and roll. And now we're done here. Does anybody have any questions on the homepage, GAs, how to do anything over here before we keep moving forward? No, Ray, Dion school community, the AI school community.
Yeah, I know. I got it.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Let's get into pricing. No questions, guys. It's going to be quiet, and I'm going to go through this really quickly, and my wife's going to get mad at me because she thinks I really want to waste 2 hours in this class every week. So got to talk to me, do something. So ladies and gents, I'm going to go over the packages over here. Nobody's going to tell you this. I am actually going to tell you. Oh, wow. The camera followed me all the way around. That's freaking creepy. All right. So here's the difference on how I work versus how everybody else works. The way that I work is I'm going to give you the truth. Here's the truth. Each of these packages are downgrade packages. They downgrade to this package. Why? Because this package only has 1 token. This one has 4. This one has 8, 17, 30, and 100. But it says it services 1 person. If done properly, it will service 1 person. But what happens if you make a mistake? On your first generation, it costs you $97. You are guaranteed to make 2 mistakes in your first round. I know that because I print out all the letters. I send them back to a lot of clients when they don't do it correctly. So those two generations with the third totals $177. So if it totals $177, ladies and gentlemen, this package is already cheaper. But let's get the same, compare apples with apples. This is $217. Again, cheaper for the same amount of gas, the same amount of tokens, the same amount of GAs. Well, Ali, what's the difference between this package and this package? Well, technically, I think that this package actually generates half of a person, which you can't really generate a half of a person. That's why you need more than 1 token. This one generates 1 to 2 people. This generates 2 to 4. This generates 10, 15, and 50, not 100. Okay. How did I get those numbers? I always give you two GAs per client. Doesn't mean you're going to use 2 GAs, but you have a cushion. And because you have a cushion, we want to make sure that you select the right package. My favorite package, and the one that I still own till today, is this one. Now, that's if it suits you. Ali, that doesn't suit me. I'm coming in with 30 freaking clients. Well, then this is the package for you, or this is the package for you. Not, hey, Ali said join the 4 GA1. No, just if you're getting started by yourself, this is a great package to get in. What will happen is you utilize this for 2 months, and then you just downgrade to the iron package. You will save GAs and you'll have a bank of GAs, which will roll over every single month. And those amount of GAs, just to give you that opportunity, those GAs are, you'll have 6 GAs left over if you've done everything perfect. If you have 4 GAs, the 4 GAs up, re-up every single month. But now we'll start adding 1. If you make a mistake, no worries. The software will have extra in the bank. Instead of having to spend $40 every round, this one's 36. This one's 28. This one is 17, 13, and 10. Does anybody have any questions on the pricing section? I try to keep this as simple as possible, but sometimes it does get confusing. Come off mute, guys. We're a small class tonight. I don't need everybody to put it in the chat. Does anybody have any questions before I get out from around the computer screen?
I have a question. So if you,
Yes.
can you hear me? So if you
Yes.
start off with the 147
Uh-huh.
and you're doing 1 to 2 people, and then you don't need those 1 to 2 people after a couple of months, you can downgrade to the 97 package?
Yes, ma'am. And when you downgrade to that $97 package, what will happen is all those extra GAs you saved up, what will happen is you'll be able to tap that bank, God forbid anything ever happened. Also, if you do get a package, right, and you go into there and you're working it and you get the 147 and you have 4 clients, right, and you drop down to 1 client, you downgrade, and say it's 4 months down the line, you got 12 GAs saved up in the bank, Miss Vicky, right? You've got 12 GAs. Now you do 2 months, you didn't utilize any GAs, you still have 12 in the bank, and then this happens. You got 10 people that just hit you up because you just did a post in your on your Facebook or something and showed them all the deletions that you got. Now all of a sudden, you got 10 people that hit you up that want you to do credit repair for them. Now you can go in and put those 10 people because you still have GAs left over from all those rounds. See that, have the efficacy of the ability that, yes, there is the ability for me to make some money in this if I want to do it for other people. And boom, all of a sudden now you just created a business and you didn't even realize it.
Okay, what does GA stand for?
GA stands for gas or a token. Just think general, it stands for general attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you came in a little bit late. I covered that on the dashboard screen. It's okay.
Yeah.
No problems. Don't worry about it. Any other questions? Anybody?
How do you keep from making mistakes?
I'll get to it. I'll get to it. Okay, let me tell you something. It's an easy question. It's common sense. But what is common sense? Common sense is not always common. So what happens is you have to learn common sense first, and then we go in and we don't make mistakes. Because here's the sense. Here's truly what it is. People don't think about what they're doing in the software. What they do is they think that they know what they're doing when they really don't know what they're doing. And then they just go at it. And it's coming up in 2 sections, and I'll explain it to you where 90% of the errors are made. But it is very good question. You're going to be like, oh shit, that makes sense. I promise you when I'm done, you're going to go, oh poopy, that makes sense. It absolutely makes sense. Everybody good?
Is there a recording on these?
At the end of class, as long as you stay to the end of class, absolutely. You get the YouTube channel with all the recordings.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you, Ms. Woods.
Do you get it in your email?
Nope. Right. You're going to get it in the chat, and you'll be able to access from the chat. Everybody do me a favor. All the new people, if this is the first class that you've been to, Ray has put an attendance sheet up. Make sure you take the attendance so we know who's here. So I could give it back to M2 and show who's actually coming. So for whatever tracking they're doing, any which way. Okay, let's get rocking and rolling. Now, software likes using my free score. Now I have to be very careful how I say this, but sometimes I screw it up and say another company. So do me a favor, whatever software company you're using, if you're using Phenom or any of that companies, make sure you're using theirs. They have a specialty report called the Epic Pro report that is unlocked by utilizing their reports. So I just want everybody to understand that. Make sure you use that. It'll say it when you pay for it. Everything should be good. Cool beans, everybody. So basically, you just click my free score now over here, get credit report, my free score now. You're good to rock and roll. Now, reports and scoreboard. This is a piece that they added. It's not new. What it does is just gives you a breakdown of your report. Here's your report. Here's your credit report. And here's all your stuff. Total accounts, closed, delinquencies, derogatories, inquiries, public records. So this is all the stuff that's there. Okay. And we're going through that. And that's it. Now, I'm going to get back up, guys. I'm going to go back up to the board. And I'm going to show you guys how to add the perfect profile. Before anybody leaves, I know before I get up and do this, I want to make sure everybody's paying attention. If you could put a ready in the chat, that would be fantastic. Because I know there's some people that are filling out the attendance sheet. So until I get everybody to say ready, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in here. I'm going to wait for 8 readies, and then we're going to go from here. Ms. Amber, I'm about to answer your question.
Okay, I'm gonna have
Miss-
questions for the question.
Mr. Landon, I'm literally going to answer your question right after this part. So we're literally 2 questions back to back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I got 2, 4, 6. I got 8. I'm missing 1. What am I missing? Amber. I got Amber. Ms. Nix. I don't need to worry about her. She's been here too long. Okay, watch this. I click add profile. Now, when I go up to the board, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to break this down. Follow this every single time. I'm going to tell you the best documents to use. I'm going to tell you how to do it and how to do it right from the beginning. You guys don't need to worry about anything if you do it this way, because you will never make a mistake, because this is the way the Bureau is looking for this. And this is the hack to this system. This is where a majority of people make their errors, and they make their errors over here because of why? Because they think that they know the information that they're utilizing. Yes, I said that. They think that they know the information that they're utilizing when they actually don't. You're going to tell me, but Ali, I know where I live. You probably do. You probably know where you live. You're probably 110% right, but you don't know where you live. You'll be like, that don't make no sense. But here, ready? Watch this. I'm going to color coordinate everything for you guys, okay? Dark blue. Dark blue stands for 2 things. Everything in this dark blue square is what we're going to fill in with this one document. The best document is the passport. This is the best document to utilize in this box. If you don't have a passport in the box over here, you're going to do ID or driver's license. That is the just usable, not the best document. Ready? You're going to fill it out as such. Underscore, middle name. Underscore is going to stand for space. Underscore space, suffix. Ready? Watch. John, Joe, Smith, Jr. Date of birth, 01/01/1990. Is that easy to understand, guys? Now, what's going to happen? I promise you, everybody will say to me, well, do I have to put my middle name? Yes, it's up on the board. Don't even ask me. Yes, it's up on the board. Okay? Because I put it there, because I guarantee you, think about this, and everybody's going to just imagine this. You're filling out that credit application 2-3 years ago, right? And when they ask you for middle name or middle initial, I guarantee you skipped over it. I guarantee you skipped over it. Put a me in the chat if you skipped over that middle initial part. Yep. There's always one person in the room. I got you. But the thing is, the Bureau gets the information for the credit report from the applications and from when you put the applications and find out it's truly you. But if you don't put the right information on the application, technically, you didn't fill out the right information. It's not you. So we now have to put the right information. So if you're trying to tell them that that's not you, right? And you're not putting the right information, but you're fighting to say that that's okay. Well, that that name is attached to an account that you're trying to fight. Now it's going to be harder to remove. Now it's going to be harder to remove. That's why when I do this, I make sure I explain all this stuff in detail. Now, the next document, okay, the best document, if you have it, is your social security card. So this is going to be here. Your social security card, SSC. But what happens if you don't have it? You have a W-2 or first page taxes. That's it. And I'm going to put this in the box. Okay? That's going to be in the box. That's if you don't have it. And then you put your number. Okay? Done. I'm going to skip over the phone number because I'm just not going to do it over here. Okay? And we're going to go to the most important box. And why am I going to do it green? Because green is for the money, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to do it in green for this reason. Now, I want everybody to understand this box right here. This box is extremely important because this is where everybody messes up. If you mess up on your middle name, it's okay. We change it next month. Social Security, not many people mess it up. What happens is people will forget to put junior. Not really a big deal. You can fix that next month. Their birthday, a lot of people mess up on their birthday. You laugh, but how do they mess up? I swear they mess up on their birthday all the time. But the address is the most important and the most messed up document that they mess up. These 5 boxes or 4 boxes, however many it is the number one thing that they mess up. What is the number one document that the Bureau is looking for? A bank statement. Ladies and gentlemen, if they don't have a bank statement, a utility bill is okay. But the Bureau wants a bank statement. Let me see something. Can this go? Oh, no, it's locked at that point. Okay. Does the Bureau wants a bank statement because it's the hardest thing to forge. If they don't have a bank statement, utilize a utility bill, you're fine. And you're going to fill it out as such. 8 North West 8 Northwest 12th Street. Oh my God. Wait. God, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to go fast. That's a problem. Okay. 8 North West 12th Street. APT, fill out the full name, apartment 14C. I'm in New York, ladies and gentlemen. New York City is called Manhattan or New York. New York 10038. Okay. Why did I put there? Again, biggest mistake. I know where I live. I know what city I'm in. I know this. I know that. And I know some of you right now are going to say, if you were 1 block over, your city would be different than where you currently are right now. Your city would be something completely different, even though you live in the same city. I've seen it so many times. So here's the key. Your bank statement is going to prove where you live. And if the bank statement says you live in Manhattan, you're going to put Manhattan. If your bank statement says you live in New York City or New York, you're going to put New York, New York. So for this thing, it says that you live in New York. Your driver's license says Manhattan. Guess what? You've just made your first error. So the reason that I put that up there for you guys to understand, what we're doing is that piece right there has caused the most issues in this software for people because they think they know where they live. Here's the reason why I harp on this, I stay on this, and I really, really try to get people to understand this. There is 2 types of stall letters that come from the Bureau. There is a third-party stall letter that says you did not submit your letter, And the other stall letter that comes from the Bureau is this. It is and it's not really a stall letter. It is a ID verification letter. Guess how you trigger an ID verification letter? If one of these 3 boxes that we have just color coordinated does not match up. That's how you trigger the ID letter. Guess what? When you trigger that ID letter, you just wasted money. So right now, when you look at this right here, I'm telling you how to not trigger that ID letter. I'm telling you, when my printing team goes over your letters and views everything, this is exactly what they're looking for. And when they see that you had messed up over here, guess what they do? Hey, I'm sorry, go generate another letter. You did it wrong. And we ain't afraid. Other people will tell you, we'll fix it for you. We're not going to tell you we fix it for you. We're going to tell you right off the bat, go do another letter. You did it incorrectly. Let me come over here. Does everybody understand this, what I'm talking about? Any thumbs up? Yes.
Okay. So my ID has my older address, but my bank statement has different. So does that mean I need to update my ID?
Don't worry about what your ID has on it. Why did I've been stressing that. The only thing that we're going to worry about what the ID is, first name, middle name, last name, suffix, and your date of birth. Doesn't matter what's on it. Doesn't matter what's on the ID. For a reason, purpose, reasons is unless you have a passport, Charles, because that's why I say the passport's the best document. Okay. Unless you have a passport, there's nothing you can do about your ID unless you go get it changed.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I got you, brother. Okay. This is the key, ladies and gentlemen. Unless you go change your ID, there's nothing you're going to be able to do with it. You just got to rock with what you got. Okay. But at the end of the day, something very simple, very easy. You utilize the passport, which is the best document. You utilize the Social Security card, which is the best document. Bank statement, which is the best document. You will not have any problems. Make sense?
Gotcha.
Perfect. Okay. Everybody do me a favor. Take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of this. This is a big thing that we need. Okay.
What's in that box that's got the lines going through it? Is that, I can't tell what that is. It says
The phone
North,
number.
New York. It's right up underneath the Social Security number. What is that?
This one?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so you know how you have 2 cities? Some people have 2 cities where they live?
Yes.
Okay, so I use the example. New York City has 2 names. The actual name of the island of New York City is called Manhattan. But on some things, on most things, it's called New York, New York. So where I live, what I did was a lot of people get it confused. On their ID, will say Manhattan, right? And that's what Mr. Charles was saying. My ID's got a different thing. So if it says Manhattan on the ID, the reason that I put the red through it is that's not what it says on the bank statement. The bank statement says New York, New York. So we're going to go with what it says on the bank statement. Make sense?
Okay. And then the box over here where it says 8 something Northwest 12th Street. Is that the address that's supposed to be on the bank statement?
That whatever address that's on the bank statement, you're going to follow it, but you're going to spell everything out. The whole thing on your bank statement. If your bank statement says 123 Smith Street, Tower 56B, I want you to write 123 Smith and then spell out street and then write Tower 56B. Not spell 56 out. You can write 56 out. But you have to make sure that there is no ambiguity when you're filling this out. Don't put NW. Well, I know it means Northwest. I get you. There's a computer system that is reading your letters, not a human being. And the computer system is not in your favor. They are not here to help you. They want to keep you in the same position that you are in. So you have to make sure that you beat them at every level. Because if you write that down over there, it says Northwest, and I'm just going to use this as the example. Say you brought them to court and the judge asked you, or the attorney asked you, well, why did you write Northwest? Well, you're going to tell them exactly what I told you, because a computer system is reading my letters. And when I wrote the letters and when I sent out the letters, it says Northwest, because how can you get that wrong? Because I live at 123 Northwest, Northeast, Southeast, Southeast, West, North, whatever street. They can't get that wrong because I spelled everything out. So if a system can get that wrong, I don't know, maybe they should update their system. The person who's going to depose you in any which way, shape, and form, and like I said, I'm setting you guys up for success. The person that will depose you can't argue with anything that you do. The way that we set everything up is for success. Make sense? Good, Miss Vicky?
Yes,
Okay, good.
just
All right.
taking notes.
No problem. No problem. Okay. Does anybody need what's up on the screen? Did everybody take a screenshot of this? Put it ready in the chat if you took a screenshot of this. I want to make sure that everybody's going to be good. Let me charge my phone because it's almost dead. That one goes here. Good. Got a button. Keisha got it. Only one person, two people. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay. I got two people, three. Okay. Four. Perfect. Get rocking and rolling. All right. So now once I got this, once we're good to rock and roll, we're going to go down to the next piece over here. Now, a lot of people get thrown into an error over here. They try to upload the report. They don't see my score IQ. My free score now, what they do is they're like, oh, it's broken. No, it's not broken. We don't upload the report from here. Ladies and gentlemen, I skip over this piece. I don't upload my report at all over here. All I do is I come, if I want to upload my identification, I put it over here. That passport will go into this first box over here. Social Security card in this box. And this one will be your bank statement, and click save. Once you click save and you are completed, you will now have that client, and that client will come over here and it will look something like this. As you can see, first name, middle name, last name, date of birth, social security card, phone number, address, city, state, and zip code, corresponding information. Now, Charles, you would ask this question. Here's this person's ID. They live in California, but that says Kansas. Does it match? Where you at, Charles?
Bad, not at all.
No, don't. Hey, man, just explain. I built it purposefully like this, so it doesn't matter. So this person's in Kansas. The address is in Sunnyvale, California. That's it. And there's your social security card. Now, ladies and gentlemen, take a screenshot of this piece if you want as well. This is what your IDs should look like. This is what your documents should look like at all times. I don't want to see fingernails. I don't want to see nails. I don't want to see jeans. I don't want to see comforters. I don't want to see countertops. I don't want to see dining room tables. I don't want to see dashboards. I don't want to see carpet. I've seen a bunch of different stuff. All I want to see is a white piece of paper, your document on top of it. Like so, document on top of it. Take your picture. You're good to rock and roll every single time. That is how you set up the perfect document. Yes, Landon, talk to me.
Oh, you said you don't add your credit report in here?
I don't do it yet. Give me a second.
Okay.
I'll show you how. I'll give you. So the way that you did it, it's changed.
Okay.
So we just gotta make sure that we do it correctly. So I'm
Cool.
going to show everybody in that section. That's why I just want to make sure that everybody understands how to upload all the documents and everything, and then we'll get to the credit report.
Okay, so it's fine that I just removed it because of that reason. Okay. All right. Thank you.
I'm gonna remove it on the test file too. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Now, passport card. Why do I use the passport card versus the ID? ID has the old address, has the old thing. See the passport card? What does it say? Place of birth, New York City. That's all it says. Doesn't have an address on it. Doesn't have anything on it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what we call a gem for the whole community. Gem is if you don't have a passport, go get one. I don't care if you don't plan on leaving your corner of the earth. Go get a passport. It will help you because it is a federal document ID. And that ID, okay, is more powerful in this way than anything. Okay? I want everybody to know that. That's why I don't walk around with my identification anymore. All I walk around with is my passport. It's as simple as that, ladies and gents. Cool? Now, gentleman over here wants to learn how to, Mr. Lander wants to learn how to pull a credit report. So after everything is done over here, we viewed all the data. We haven't pulled the credit report yet. I'm going to teach you guys how to pull the credit report. So we have our credit report from My Free Score now. I'm going to go to my manage profile. I'm going to see this over here. Now, for example, just in case you guys don't have everything that I have. Oops, what the heck just happened? Oh, gosh darn it. Okay. Perfect. Does this work? Let's see. Yes, this is the right one. For example, say you have this. Say you have a screen like this and it's zoomed in this much. All I want you to do is you see this little gray line over here, ladies and gents. I want you to take this gray line and I want you to drag it over. Once you drag it over, I'm going to zoom out just so everybody sees it. Okay. It's going to say upload My Free Score Now report. So we're going to click. Actually, let me go over here and delete the report. Here we go. Doing the same thing that you did, Landon. Okay. Go back. I'm going to go to upload My Free Score Now. And I am going to follow this verbatim, ladies and gentlemen. I'm literally going to follow this verbatim. This is 5 steps. Literally 1 through 5. You click, do it. You will get it right every time. It works like Novocaine. It's perfect. Ready? Step 1. I'm literally going to click this. I'm going to log in.
Wait, how'd you get to that screen?
Come over here. Upload My Free Score Now report.
All right, cool.
Okay. I'm going to log in. Now, after I log in, I am done. I do not need to click on anything over here. I'm going to go back to the software and I'm going to click step 2. Now, step 2 is going to populate. On step 2, it's as simple as this, ladies and gentlemen. For all my Mac users, Command A. For all my PC users, Control A. It's going to select everything on the screen. After it selects everything on the screen, I'm just going to right click, copy, and go back to the software. You see this box, it says paste here, JSON report. I'm going to come here and click paste here, and then click save. Who needs me to run through that again? You got it, Landon?
Can you just right click
Yes,
it?
yes, perfect.
What happened, Miss Vicky?
Can you just right click it and it'll pull up copy and then you just do CTRL-V and paste it?
You're going, Miss Vicky, you're going too quick for me. What'd you just say?
Okay, so when I usually copy and paste, I right click it because it'll pull up the copy. On the right, I mean on the left click. On the right click, it'll pull up the copy. So just click, right click, copy.
Can't right click copy. You got to select the file, the documentation. This is all HTML code.
Oh, you got to select it.
So
Okay,
that you have to Control A first,
Control A.
then right click. Now copy comes up. You can click copy, then go to the
Okay.
software and then click paste.
Okay, got it.
I do Control A, Control C, Control V. I confuse the shit out of everybody. So I keep it right click for all the easy people. Right click, copy, right click, paste. Because that is the same thing, or 2-finger click or whatever it is, whether you're using Mac or PC. So just trying to keep it as easy as possible for everybody in the room, so that everybody's understands exactly what we're doing. And everybody understand that we good? I mean, legitimately, guys, we got one section left and that's it. We're done. Literally, we're good. Okay. Yes, Charles.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know I was following you.
You good? Perfect. All right. So now we click save and now we'll upload the report. It'll copy into the system. It'll move over here and it'll be ready to rock and roll. Done. Now I uploaded the report. As you can see, it comes over here. Now, if you click the little pencil, you click on the pencil, you click process HTML, you'll actually be able to see the HTML code. And that's it. And that's it. That's done.
So for you're doing credit repair for someone, they need to sign up with my free credit score. I'm not sure how that works to
Yes,
get their
ma'am.
credit report.
Yes, ma'am. You ain't gonna sign up for them. That's bad business decision.
So that's the only thing they have to pay is their account with my free credit score.
I mean, unless they're paying you to do something.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't do anything for free, so
Okay, so
I
they
gotta.
sign up.
Yeah, you got to figure out what you're doing. But yes,
Okay.
yes, I would assume that is the first, at least where they're gonna start.
Then they send you a copy of their ID, their ID or their social, their bank statement or their passport for you to upload it into the system.
You need all three of them, so not or, it's and.
Right,
Yes,
exactly.
I just want to make sure. I heard or, and I was like, okay, we got to correct that right now.
Your ID or your passport or your ID or your driver's license and your social security card and your bank statement.
Yes, yes. And your banks. Yes, yes, ma'am. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see why this is okay. Now that that's done, once you have added all your users, you can see everything. Now we have created the perfect profile. Now the profile is actually ready to go out and attack. And the way that we do that is we go to the send rounds of attack and we start working the send rounds of attack. Now, majority of you guys are new in the system, so you're not going to have anything here. So don't worry about it. But when you do get here, this is how you view all your old reports, all your old letters. You just click on the client and then every single letter that has been generated in the system will be right here. So you could just view all the letters, and I have 4 pages or 5 pages of generations. So you can see all the pages that have been generated, all the different letters that have been generated. Over how many months I've been doing this. So that's just for you guys to understand that, how to go through it and how to make sure that to go through everything. Now, we want to get the ball rolling and actually generate an attack. So to generate an attack, we're going to go to the attack area. And once we're going to go to the attack area, we're going to start attacking this. So here's how that works. I'm going to select my client that I just created. And after I select my client that just created, we're literally going to go to maximum effectiveness focus. And if you want me to print your letters out because you don't want to do it, come over here, type in TPNPA. That's your discount code, and go over here and click generate. Now you're done. That's your 18-second way. I teach a more aggressive attack after. So this is going to be your maximum effective C focus. This is if you don't want to learn how to utilize the AI in any which way, shape, and form, and you want to do the best attack, click this maximum effectiveness focus and go from there. And that's the way that we're going to start going from that. And that's going to be the AI that you pick. Okay. That's it. 15 seconds, 18 seconds, whatever that is. Click generate and it'll start creating your letters. Now, how many people want to be power users? Put a 1 in the chat or write power you. Miss Collins. Miss Collins, you look like you out to dinner. Whatever you getting, give me some. I'm hungry. Yo, I'm about to have a Reese's peanut butter cup if that's the case. That's what I'm eating for dinner tonight.
I'm actually at home.
Oh, I was like, look, you looking nice, fancy, sitting in the booth over here. I'm like, look at this, look at all nice and plush behind you. I get it. I'm like, what restaurant you at? Chez de la Home. That's what it's called. Chez de la Home. So let's go to, I saw a bunch of ones. We're going to become power users. The way that we become power users is click do it yourself. And the way that we become power users is when we click do it yourself. I'm going to leave all this other stuff. I'm going to click generate right here. And when I click generate, it is going to bring me to this section. Now, I saw a bunch of people, some scattered people getting in at the end of class over here. We are finishing up, so there's going to be a lot of questions. I don't think you guys are going to have to wait until tomorrow's class to get those questions in. But the questions that I'm going to go through, I'm going to teach you how to generate a letter, so at least you'll have that for tomorrow, where they can teach you how to do the setup of a file tomorrow. I'm going to break everything down. This is the last time that I'm going to get up. I'm going to go to the board. And when I do that, I'm going to make sure that everything's crazy. Come on, stop following me, camera. Okay, perfect. I'm going to break this down. I'm going to break down the AIs. I'm going to break down all the stuff that we're going through. And we should be ready to rock and roll with this. Let me make sure I have my mouse over here. Cool. All right, let's go. Yeah. So, this is your AI. Okay? If this is your AI, when I select this, this is the most aggressive AI. Let me put my thing over here. This is the second. Let me get this in another color. Let's go pink. I want everybody to write this in the chat. MPEP. MPEP in the chat. Why? I want you to write it down to put it into fruition that you guys know that MPEP is the most aggressive attack. Then after you're done writing MPEP, I want you to write MPEC. That's the second most aggressive attack. And because that's the second most aggressive attack, we have to know that as well. We have to know what is the aggressive, what is the most aggressive, and how do we utilize in the betterment of our system those two attacks. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe so. Beautiful. I see MPEP, I see MPEP, and MPEC. Good. Okay.
What is the second one?
MPEC, MPEC, and MPEP. MPEP and MPEC.
MPEP.
MPEP is the most aggressive. MPEC is the second most aggressive. Why do I teach you both of them? Why do I even go over it? God forbid you don't have MPEP. You know to go to the second most aggressive, which is MPEC. Sometimes there's an error. Sometimes there's not an error. Sometimes it's a reporting thing. Sometimes it's the credit report. I don't know. But you want to know something? That doesn't stop us from moving forward. That does not stop us from moving forward. We just keep chugging along and keep doing the most aggressive every single time that we have the ability to do. So in this case, MPEP is here. I'm going to select MPEP, which we did. And then I'm going to, I'm going to get rid of the pink first. I'm going to get rid of that. And then I'm going to go over here to the attack number. This is my first attack. So I'm going to select indemnity 1. Ladies and gentlemen, for the pocket conscientious people, what does that mean to me? What does that mean? The people who are having financial difficulties, this is how you do it without reading a credit report. You click check all in blue. You come down to the bottom where it says unlimited. You hit 6, default, default, default. Ladies and gentlemen, that you have just created the most aggressive financially stable attack. Now, is that the best attack? Is that the most aggressive? Yes and no. It will do everything, but it will also trigger a stall letter. So I want everybody to understand that this will trigger a stall letter, but it's okay to get the ball rolling if you want to stay here. It will take you a little longer to get things done, but that's okay. I want everybody to understand something. That's okay. It's okay for this to take a little longer to get some stuff done. It's okay. I want everybody to understand that, because the whole point of what this is, excuse me, the whole point of what this is just to get the ball rolling. Now, if you're ready to go full craziness, check all in green. All I'm going to do is change the 6 to, I'm going to count all the boxes. The boxes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 green boxes. I'm going to time that by 3, and that's 36. And then I'm going to hit next. I'm not doing anything with this. I'm just utilizing it just so that when I go to this next screen, right? When I go to this next screen, right? That if I make a boo-boo here, if I make a mess up in any which way, shape, and form, and I click generate by accident, what's going to happen? I am going to generate the most aggressive attack in this system with that no matter what. It's going to generate me the most aggressive attack no matter what. Does that make sense? I know I might lose a couple of people in that one, but that is the way that you generate the most aggressive attack no matter what. Okay, now. Okay, now. I'm going to show you guys how to read the credit report.
I have a quick question before you go forward. So when we change it all to green, what number did you say we switched from 6?
36. All you're going to do is count the green boxes, right? Write this down in your notes. Count the green boxes. There'll be 12 green boxes. Don't count the check all box. A lot of people count the check all box. You just got to count the categories. Categories, just 12 categories. So 12 times 3 is going to be 36. Cool, cool. All right, let's get rocking. Let's read what's on this credit report. So what we're going to do is I'm going to draw a big old line, and it's going to point down here. Now, every software has a different color. Okay, this one it particularly is orange. So if we utilize the orange, we're going to click this button down here, and all of a sudden, all these little circles pop up. What the heck just happened? Okay, all these little circles pop up. And all these little circles, what do? All of these little circles are called accounts on your credit report. And each of these accounts that are on your credit report, okay, are good and bad. Can anybody tell me which one they think are the good ones?
The ones in green.
Let's go. Good job, Miss Vicky. Good job. The ones
How did you
in
do
green.
the I'm sorry. How did you do the button again when you drew the line? I didn't see the button.
Hold on. It's not there because it's right here. You see the little button right here? You see it right there?
That orange button?
Yes, ma'am. I just clicked it. I clicked it, went up. I drew that line so you guys can follow where the orange button was.
Okay.
Got you. Okay. You see that? You see all that? Miss Vicky.
Yes.
How did you come to the assumption that the green ones were the good ones?
It's green on your credit report.
It's
when
green
I
on
pull
your
my credit report, if I see green, then it's good.
Okay. Hey, look, I'm not going to mess up. I'm not going to go any further than that. I usually say green means money. So at the end of the day, we good. So it doesn't matter. I don't care how you get to, how did you get to the answer as long as the answer is right.
Exactly.
You don't need to show your work over here. It's a third grade math class. Here we go. Hide positive items. Because green means money. We're going to hide those positive items. I'm going to delete the lines, and we're going to go back to that circle again, and we're going to see what pops up. Well, look at that. Did all the money disappear? All the good money disappear, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, it went bye-bye.
Yes, it did.
Yes, it went bye-bye. And because it went bye-bye, at the end of the day, now we're left with all the negative items. So now we just got to break the negative items down. So here's how this works. I'm going to try to simplify it. Every single one of those circles is color coordinated, which means if it's one color, it equals the same thing in that color. The same thing also goes that every single color here is a negative item. How the severity of that negative item, we'll go over it. Okay, but I'm going to show you how to find out how each negative item works. Now, if you're on a computer, I can show you how to do this extremely quickly. But because the majority of people do this from tablets and cell phones, I'm going to show you guys how to do it from there. Box 1 over here is your negative item number. What that means is the flashing number at the bottom corresponds with the number at the top. So, well, not flashing, excuse me. The number at the bottom that you clicked is the number that corresponds at the top. It is not flashing at the moment. Don't worry about the flashing numbers. Actually, the flashing number just means that it doesn't have an address, but we're not really worried about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each of these boxes are labeled box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4. Type of reported issue. This is the most important box in the segment because type of reported issue means type of negative item. Means it tells you what type of negative it is. Does anybody want to guess what type of negative item this is? I'm going to eat a Reese's while one of you guess.
The collection?
Information.
Who said it? I didn't hear you. You're broken up. What'd you say?
I say information.
What type of information?
Your name.
So personal information?
Personal identifier information.
Miss Collins, why don't you tell the class how you got to that? How you got to that?
So in box 2, it
Mhm.
actually says the negative item. And then you circled it to kind of give us a hint.
So the negative item is circled at the top
Mm-hmm.
and it's in box 2.
Yes.
So now the way that you got that is in negative item is personal identifier information. What do we do with that info, Miss Collins?
We go back to the screen with the red, blue, and green,
Mm-hmm.
and we check
Well,
the green box.
We're not going to jump back and forth right now. So what will
Okay.
we do if we have our notepad in front of us?
So we're gonna write that down and the number that it is at the top.
We don't have to write the number, but we just write personal information down. Yes. Perfect. Good job, Miss Collins.
Because we're gonna tally them up.
Atta girl. Good job. Good job. So everybody follow along what Miss Collins just did. Miss Collins just basically told you, box 2, this is the negative item. Kind of why I wrote negative item over here, guys. So we don't need to guess in this software. Everything is in front of your face. And I want everybody to understand that there's no guesswork here. Okay. I want you guys to actually understand. If you don't understand how I got something, say, I don't understand. I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to keep going until you get it. Here's the key. Software can't make you guess. If it makes you guess, you're going to guess incorrectly because 98% of people do not know how to read a credit report. But if it breaks it down this way, ladies and gentlemen, you'll know how to read a credit report every single time. So guys, tier, everybody except for Miss Collins. I'm going to get rid of this square over here and this and this. All right. I'm going to leave the bumpers on. What's number 2, ladies and gentlemen?
Personal information.
Inquires information.
There you go. Who said personal information at the beginning? You jumped the gun just a little too quickly.
That was me.
I got you, Miss Woods. All right. I figured. I just didn't want to assume. Miss Woods, you jumped the gun just a little too quickly. Okay. What happens is when I click the button over there, if I don't, I'm gonna sit at the desk and use my mouse. It'll be a lot easier. Ready? I'm gonna do number 3. What's number 3, ladies and gentlemen?
Inquire information.
Perfect. What's number 4?
Inquires information.
What's number 5?
What box are you looking at?
Inquires information.
Ms. Vicky, number 2, right here.
Okay.
Box
Go to
2.
Inquiries information.
Exactly. So let's start again over here. What's number 2?
Inquiries information.
What's number 3?
Am I looking at the number?
No. Don't worry. I'm clicking the third negative at the bottom. See 3 up here. Says 3 up here. That's your negative item.
Oh, no.
You're always going to stay in box 2. You're never going to move from box 2.
Oh, okay.
Your thing is to know what you're attacking and what that number is. So if this is number 3, so watch. I'm going to go to number 15, Miss Vicky. There is no box 15. What is this negative item?
Inquiries information.
Atta girl. Perfect. Perfect. It's that easy, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go. Number 16. What's 16, ladies and gentlemen?
Inquiries, information.
17,
Inquiries, information.
18.
Inquiries, information.
All right, somebody say it. Come on. You leave.
Inquiries information.
No. Ms. Collins, you want to enlighten them?
Number 18.
No. I said somebody say it. What is it?
Oh, it's an inquiries information, a bad inquiry.
No, Ms. Collins. I got you.
I'm sorry.
I got you. It's okay. It's okay. You were taking notes. Guys, what did I say at the beginning about the colors?
Oh.
If you remember now, you can say it.
Okay, so the color means a different type of inquiry.
Okay, but what happens if it's a brown one? What does that mean?
I can't remember.
It's all the same thing.
Okay.
Everything is color coordinated. I said it at the beginning before we got started. Everything is color coordinated in the software. So I can click all the way to 40 from 2 to 40, and it's all going to be the same thing. And everybody's going to be like, why do you keep clicking on the damn inquiries?
So brown means inquiries information. That's what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am. You want me to test that? You want me to test that theory for you? Watch. Let's go to 25. What is that, Miss Woods?
Inquiries information.
What's number 31, Miss Woods?
Okay.
Inquiries information. You know, you should have said that in the beginning.
I did say that in the beginning. Everybody wasn't paying attention. I'll say it every class. And do you know how many people pay attention? Not many. I will literally get to 20. I was like, can somebody just please say it already? 37, same thing. Now that I gave you guys the cheat sheet, and everybody got the cheat sheet, I'm going to take the bumpers off, and we're going to go to the next color. Where the hell is the stupid thing over here? Here we go. I'm going to take the bumpers off. Right? The next color is this light green. What's 41? Somebody come over here and tell me what 41 is.
41. Inquiries, information.
Atta girl, Miss Vicky. Good job. You got it already. But why is it a different color, Miss Vicky?
I don't know.
Why is it a light green?
I don't know.
Okay. Hey, look, you don't know, you don't know. I'm here to explain. See at the top over here? The type of inquiry related to an account, this is a best inquiry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, whenever I see this light green and there's a little lighter green than this one, it's called a good inquiry. Okay? No inquiry is good or best. But for the people that are new and just getting started, we don't like these inquiries. Why? Because if we happen to move them by accident and you have an irate client like I used to have back in the day, what happens is they start screaming at you for no reason. Because you close down their credit card, you could potentially get their car repoed, you could do something that it's not copacetic. So what do? We just scroll down to the bottom over here. You see this remove this content box, and we click remove this content box. As you can see, there's another best inquiry over here, and that was 42. I'm going to do the same thing because we don't need headaches, not even for yourself.
Did you repeat that again? Why would you remove the inquiry? I don't understand what you just said.
The reason that you would move an inquiry that is attached to an account is because it can close that potential account down.
Okay.
Okay. Layman's terms. If you remove it and they want to be a-holes, I gotta remember this is not my personal class. This is I doing this for somebody else. If they want to be a-holes and they close that file down, you can either lose your credit card, you can lose your car, you can lose whatever that account is attached to. And I've watched it happen. I've watched them repossess a car over an inquiry. So we don't like headaches. Because
so you remove, if it says best inquiries, and those are the ones that you don't want to.
Yeah, you just leave it alone. So I remove the box. I just go, you see, remove this content box. I just click that and remove it. That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Life is easy. Remember, sometimes your piece is more important than a stupid inquiry. That's it. The rest of the stuff that shows up, the rest of the colors are all detrimental. An inquiry is less than 5 points. I don't need a headache for 5 points. Does that make sense to everybody that's in this room right now? I don't need a headache for 5 points. Okay. All right. Ready? 87. What is 87, guys?
All other delinquencies late.
Keep going, Miss Vicky. You almost done. You're missing a major piece.
M2 information.
There you go.
Yeah.
You don't need to include information in everything that you say, guys, but you need to include that 1, 2. Do you guys want to take a guess at what 1, 2 means by any chance?
Is that the round of attack?
No, guess.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
No, I said I don't want to guess.
It's
It
how
just
many
means-
times it happened. Like how many times, like how
One
many
or two.
consecutive times you were late.
1 to 2 late pay. No, it just means it's literally 30
Oh.
day or 60 day. That's it.
Okay.
That is it. It's not, because what happens is when you're late, you're gonna have a 30-day late, you're gonna have a 30-day late, and that's it. But that means you have 2 delinquency lates. Okay. So what happens is it'll take up to a 60-day. Jay, there'll be another class tomorrow with Mr. Bora at 6 p.m. And the way that you find it is on the home page of the software and the dashboard. So you always want to make sure that you go over here, no problem, and understand that. So now it says all other delinquency lates 1-2. I write it down on the sheet AODL 1-2. That's all I do. I abbreviate everything. Okay, make it nice and easy. Now I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go to 88. What's 88, guys? Oh, perfect. That's perfect. What just came up after?
Student loan derogatory late 3 payments.
I didn't hear. I heard derogatory late, Miss
It
Vicky.
says student loan derogatory late 3+ payments.
Atta girl, Miss Vicky. Good job. Good job. I said, just write that down. You good. You did perfect.
Thank you.
You did perfect. Great job, Miss Vicky. All right. Let's go to the next one. 89.
89 is charge-off information.
Good job, Miss Vicky. Now, technically, you're wrong. Yes, that's what it says on the screen. You're 100% right over here. So there's an error in the software. I don't want to call it an error. It's just a mislabeling. So the charge off and collection, as you can see, it says unknown, other unknown account, charge off and collection. So what happens is, do I have access here? No, I do not have access here. Okay. So inside of the software, on the red, green, and blue boxes, there is a box that says medical charge off and collection, student loan charge off and collection, and then it says nothing else. It says all other charge off and collection. So charge off information, what it's basically saying is this is a what? All other. So all you want to do is make sure you write AOCC down or all other charge off and collections, and that's the best way to go about it. Understand, Miss Vicky? AOCC, all other charge off and collections.
Where do you write that at?
You write it down anywhere on a piece of paper, anywhere that you got. So when we go back to select the boxes, you're just gonna write it down. You can put a note in your phone, anything. You guys should have taken notes of everything that we've been going over, because how are you gonna turn on the AI if you don't got notes? Right. Let's move on to the next one. 90. What was 90?
Charge off information.
All other, all.
Good job, Miss Woods. All other charge off
So we're gonna all the charge off information is ALCC's, correct?
if it does not state anything else.
Okay.
If it says it states medical charge off, then it's a medical charge off. If it said student loan, it's a student loan. But if it doesn't state anything and it says charge off information, it is a OCC.
All right, thank you.
Good question, Mr. Wright. 91.
It's
Uh,
charge off,
I
but it
was like,
says
y'all leaving Miss
closed,
Vicky.
negative,
Y'all
other
live.
unknown accounts.
Don't worry about that, Miss Vicky. We're not reading the credit report. This is reading the credit report over here. So this is the actual credit report. So this is the actual credit report. We don't need the credit report. We don't even need to know who it was. All we need to know is how the software is going to label it for the AI so that we could select the AI. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Let's go to 92.
AOCC.
Perfect. 93.
AOCC.
Perfect. 94. Oh, 94. There we go.
All other delinquencies late, 1 to 2, information.
Atta girl, Miss Woods.
No, my phone have froze.
And 95.
Shoot.
Miss Woods. Help out, Miss Woods.
All other delinquencies late, 1 to 2, information.
All right. 96, Miss Woods. Just finish it out. Close it strong.
Student loan derogatory lates, 3+ payments, information.
There we go. Perfect. So Miss Vicky did one half, Miss Woods did the end half, and Mr. Wright did the middle half. Perfect. Watch this. At the end, we come over here. We see all our information. What I do is I do this on a computer. So everything that I do, I label the files. I rename all the documents. I rename all the documents with all the proper information. So I'll put first name, last name, ID, first name, last name, social security card, first name, last name, POA, which is proof of address. The reason that I do all of this is so that when I am writing my documents and I'm uploading them into the software, when I come to this one, because this is basically saying everything over here is what the AI is going to write, and then include this at the end of the documents after it's completed. Oh, great. As soon as this is done, we're done. So now what I do is I scroll up, I click top. I come to the client information over here and I double check this information. She's good here. She's good here. Boom, 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 boom. Everything's good to rock and roll. I go to general settings and now I reset the whole system. And it's as easy as clicking on that AI, turn it off, turn it on, select that first round of attack, and now it brings us to these boxes. When it brings us to these boxes, now we have done taking notes and we know what the credit report has on it. So I don't need any pre-selected data. I'm going to select the most aggressive data by clicking check all in red. After I check all in red, what do I do? What do I do? The next thing that I do is I'm going to start going over and checking all the negative items in green. So how many people took notes over here?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Collins, I know you were taking notes. Miss Vicky, were you taking notes?
Yeah, I'm trying. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Vicky, give me a negative item you got on your sheet.
From this page right here?
Yeah, what all that stuff I was making you read? What negative item did you have? You read a lot of them.
What do you mean give you one?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No. Thank you, Mr. Wright. AOCC. There's
Mhm.
AOCC.
Mm-hmm. Personal identifier
Oh, okay. I
information.
see.
Bingo. What else did we have?
Student loan derogatory.
Or inquiry.
Student loan derogatory what? Want to hear it. All of it.
3+.
I had a girl. Boom. Let's go. You guys got 2 more negative items to add to this list. What are the next 2 negative items?
Medical derogatory.
We didn't have that.
No.
I'm not. Let me move my hand so you don't think. What's
Inquiries. All inquiries.
the next one? Okay. One more.
Is it the personal identifier?
We already got that one. It's all checked off.
I'm sorry.
Medical derogatory late.
No, Miss Vicky. We didn't have medical derogatory late.
Okay.
All other derogatory.
All other derogatory. Okay. It's not it either.
3+.
All other delinquent late.
What? Say, Miss Vicky. Finish
The 1
it.
to 2 payment.
All other delinquent late.
1 to
Okay.
2.
1 to
Bingo.
2.
There you
Thought it was
go.
3.
Do you guys see how important it is to take notes and write everything down? Okay. I don't have it in this office. I have it in the printing office where we do all the printing. I actually have this whole green, red, green, and blue box thing actually written down. And I used to take a Sharpie, not a Sharpie, Excel marker. And I used to go over every single time. Check, 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 check. Every time I did this. So I never had to take a guess at what I was doing. And that is the key. You want to make sure that you know what you're doing every single month with this. Cool beans? Cool beans. Now, count the green check boxes, ladies and gentlemen. So anything that's selected in green, that's checked. And tell me what it is.
2, 3, 4. There's 5 check marks.
Okay. Miss Vicky, how many credit bureaus are there?
3.
3 credit bureaus. What's 5 times 3, Miss Vicky?
15.
That's it. You're going to put that in the first box right here. And if you don't see that number, you always round up, guys. So if it says 12, you're going to go to 15. If it says 28, you're going to go to 30 or 36, whatever it is. And then you're going to go default, default, default. See that? We good here? And hit next. That's it. I swear it's that easy. That's easy. That's it. It's that easy. Now, click OK. Click include all 3 bureaus and generate your letters. You're done.